I think at the moment there's a little bit of a push-pull when it comes to working in a hybrid environment and getting people to come into the office. And I think it becomes even more of a push if what someone's doing in the office can easily be achieved and completed at home. Now, there are a number of aspects a business can focus on to increase the pull and get people to want to come into the in-person environment. And I bucket these under the 4 Cs. And really what I think businesses should be looking to do is dial up the amount of time and space people get to invest in the 4 Cs when they're in an in-person environment. So the first C is around creating time and space for connection. Now, connection, I think, has 2 elements here. You've got the connection, which is the more light-hearted, fun connection. So this might be people coming in, shared lunch, shared drinks. It might be about trivia and collective cooking classes, those types of things. So that's the fun stuff. I think that's important. We need to allow time and space for that. But I also think one of the things businesses need to probably dial up a little bit more is the meaningful connection. So connecting with people to really better understand each other, better understand each other's goals, drivers, aspirations, that deeper level connection. And I think that's really what fosters better team unity and team performance. So the next C is around collaboration. So providing people time and space to genuinely and deeply collaborate on solving problems or tackling work together. And there's a beautiful thing when people do work together in that in-person setting. You do get that high degree of camaraderie and accountability. So if you're getting people in together to work on a specific task or project where they can collaborate, there's a power in doing that in person. The next C is giving people time and space to come together to be creative. And there's a beautiful thing, you get a diverse range of perspectives together in the room and really magic happens. And you get different ways of looking at things, and that's where better ideas come about. So I think you create that time and space where people can come together, can really think creatively and think innovatively. I think that's a really important vehicle to do in person. I think that's where you get a lot of benefits. And the last C is creating time and space to celebrate in person. I think when you get people together to celebrate the small wins and the big wins together, celebrate and share each other's success, even learning from the things that maybe didn't go so well, that's quite a powerful thing to do in person. Can be quite galvanizing, can be quite energizing, and I think that in person is pretty special and pretty powerful. So ultimately, when I think about the hybrid environment, I think it's less about force and more about kind of incentive and choice. Compel people to come in by focusing on the 4 Cs. And of course, have the right frameworks in place, have the right guidelines in place, but rather than kind of mandating everything in policy, I think that's a much more effective and I think exciting way to go.